Okay, today we're going to be covering surface area and volume of cones. One of the terms that we're going to reference today is the lateral surface area of a cone. All right, so you'll want to go make sure you come back to that and define it a little later. All right, so this is page 346 of your student journal. They give you the formula for surface area of a cone. And surface area is equal to pi r squared plus pi rl. Now I want you to... Hi.
Will we ever taught this in 6th or 7th grade?
Possibly, yeah. Okay. I want you to tell your neighbor what pi r squared is in relation to this cone, and hopefully by elimination you can figure out what pi rl is then. Okay? What does pi r squared represent?
The base.
Yeah.
The area of the base.
The area of the base, so the circle down here. If that's the case, if that's the area of the base, that's what the pi r squared is. What is the pi rl? Drew?
The surface area of the cone part.
Good. It's surface area of the cone part. It's the other stuff that's not the base. It's kind of the ice cream cone looking piece. Okay, that by the way is called your lateral area.
Lateral?
Your lateral area is the portion that does not include the base. Or in other figures, it's the portion that does not include the bases. So like if you're dealing with a cylinder, like a can of soup, the lateral area would generally be the label on the outside. Now I realize the label doesn't take up the whole area, but you kind of get the picture then. It's the part that does not include the bottom and top of the can. Okay? Question?
How do they account for each circle getting smaller and smaller as we go on?
That's what you're dealing with the L here. Okay, the L is our slant height. So you'd have to fold that out into a two-dimensional shape and then find the area of that sector. Okay, so that's how you end up dealing with it. So you're not actually finding, and right now you're thinking, I think, in terms of volume. We're talking about surface area.
Well, yeah. So I mean, the surface area still gets smaller as you go up, right? As you go up this.
Correct, but we're not filling in the middle. Okay. All right, so that's surface area. If we move on to volume, volume is area of the base times the height. It's 1/3 BH. Just like we did yesterday, it's just B has now changed from being a triangle or a square to a circle. So B is pi r squared. All right, so we have 1/3 pi r squared h. And that 1/3 is what ends up helping us deal with that as it gets smaller and smaller. Drew?
What's the difference in using the first one and the second one? We use them both at the same time.
This and this?
Yeah.
Well, what does B mean?
Base.
So what about the base? The area of the base. And what's the area of the base of a cone? The circle. And how do you find the area of a circle? Pi r squared. That's why we have both of them. They're just saying that this is that. Yeah. Good. All right. Okay, let's try some of these. I want you to take a look at number 1. All right, find the surface area of that cone, please. Notice it's a right cone. Okay? Wouldn't matter if we're dealing with a oblique cone. You're using the same formula, but they're saying it's a right cone. Okay, so actually do 1 and 2 with your groupies there. Okay. Surface area is equal to pi r squared plus pi rl. And they kind of give you everything here to help you out. So pi, in my picture, I think in yours you actually have these. Okay, that should be the picture there. R is 3 plus pi times 3 times the slant height. Slant height is not your right angle height. It's the height like if you were sliding down the cone there. That is 5. Okay, so we get 9 pi plus 15 pi, or 24 pi. If it says to leave it in terms of pi, that's where you stop. Okay? However, it doesn't say that, so we're going to round it to the nearest tenth, 75.4 square centimeters, since we're dealing with an area square. All right. Questions on number 1? Number 2 is a little tougher. You have to take a cone. And we're dealing with a right cone. And there's a right triangle in the middle there. They tell you that the height is 3, the diameter is 1.8, which means the radius is 0.9, or half of that. Okay, find the surface area. You still have to use the same formula. But what don't they give you? Yeah, they don't give you L. So any thoughts on how to find L there? Man, bunch of you. Cynthia, what do you got? Good. Use the Pythagorean theorem. Okay. So when you use the Pythagorean theorem on that right triangle there, what do we end up getting? Okay. So let's leave it in square root form. Square root 9.81. Okay. Anytime you're going to input a value when you're multiplying, make sure that you input it using the exact value. That way you don't get a rounding error. Okay, so that would be what I'm plugging in to my calculator. Should give you 11.4. Well done. I'm impressed. Good job. Okay. Any questions there? Not too shabby. All right. Hey, let's turn the page. Next side there. I want you to go ahead and work through number 3 and number 4 with your groupies. I'll be around if you need help. Once again, in your book, it looks like these lines are drawn. In my book, they are not. Yeah. It is. Ooh. 5 what? What's that? 15? Probably could, yeah. Cool. Very good. Yeah. Do they give you all the information you need here? No. No? They leave out some, right? What do you actually need that they don't give?
The height?
Yeah, you need the height. They tell you the slant height. Yep. Yep, got to use that right triangle again. There's 13, this is 5, this is 12. We know it's 12 by using the Pythagorean theorem or using the Pythagorean triple. Ooh. That sounds right. That sounds correctamundo. All right.
Oh, darn it. I didn't bring my book. Okay. Guess what? I did bring my book. Yes. Your AP. Yeah.
Okay, any questions there?
No. homeless.
All right. Try numbers 5, 6. Actually, go 5 and 6 to begin with. Yes? Yes, I'll come over there. Okay? 5 and 6. Give it a go. If you're struggling at all, it will help you first to draw a picture. I'm in a habit of writing essay for surface area. I just get I have a habit of writing SA for surface area. So this one. You guys want to write an essay about surface area? That's great, man. That's some dedicated math students right there. I always say I have the most dedicated.
You're not that. What'd you get? What'd you get? What's that mean? You need your phone?
Okay, so we start by just plugging all of our pieces in that we know.
There's either way or another way. I got 14.865.
And simplifying.
Yeah.
You cannot combine 49 pi and 7 pi L because those, one has a variable and one does not. Okay, so the next step would be to subtract out that 49 pi, trying to get L by itself. So you get 440 minus 49 pi. Notice I have not calculated any of the values of pi out yet because that would mean I'd round. And then from there I have to get rid of the 7 pi. And how do I do that? Yes, I divide by 7 pi. So 440 minus 49 pi, all divided by 7 pi. Now, common error right here is some students just cancel out right here. You've got to divide both of these pieces by 7 pi. So, at this point, I just put this into my calculator. This would be my numerator that I have parentheses around, and then divided by 7 pi, which I have parentheses around, unless you're using math print, where it actually shows the fraction. Okay? Gives you an approximation of 13.0 inches. Okay. I think Abdul got that. All right, so just so we're clear on what I said about the math print thing, if you are doing 440 minus 49 pi, 440 minus 49 pi divided by 7 pi, if you just type it in like that, that's not giving you the correct answer. You have to put parentheses in around these pieces. It's not there though. That's your numerator. And then same thing on your denominator. You want to put those parentheses. Just get in that habit if you're not using math print. Math print is where you'd actually use your fraction like this, and you put 440 minus 49 pi. And then on the bottom you have your 7 pi. There you don't have to put the parentheses because it's implied. Okay? Everyone know how to get to the fraction piece on this calculator? It's alpha, y equals. And then you have those other options that appear up there. Okay, that only works on 84s. If you have an older 84 that does not have upgraded in the operating system, then you'd have to come and see me and I can upgrade it. If you have an 83, you won't have math print. You can't get math print. Not that I'm aware of. Okay? Any questions on that problem? Okay, Number 6, a right cone has a volume of 528, diameter of 12. Find its height. Okay, I'm not going to write everything out this time in terms of drawing the picture. But if I have my surface area and I know that, or excuse me, if I have the volume, and I know that the volume is the area of the base, or pi r squared, times the height, and they tell me the volume is 528, and they tell me that the radius, or the diameter is 12, so that means the radius is 6. And I want to find h. I just need to divide by 36 pi. So 528 is equal to 36 pi h. Divide both sides by 36 pi. That's equal to our h. So h in this case is approximately 14 meters. Hey! Did I forget the 1/3? Oh, I did. Thank you. Holy moly. Should still give me 14 meters, yes? So I'm dividing by 12 pi. I messed up there. All right. Good. That's 14 meters. Okay. Hi, Danica. Huh? What's that? Oh, on number 7? I haven't got there yet. You're like ahead of me, man. Any questions on that one? All right, let's look at 7. Cone A and B are similar. The radius of cone A is 4 centimeters. The radius of cone B is 10 centimeters. Find the volume of cone A. Or, excuse me, the volume of cone A is 134. And find the volume of cone B. All right, there you go. You good lucky, man. May the force and all that other cool stuff be with you on this one. A little tougher. Hey, cone A and cone B are similar. The radius of cone A is 4 centimeters. Radius of cone B is 10. Okay, if they're similar, what's the similarity ratio there?
60 to 1,000.
Okay, so our similarity ratio? Yeah. Okay, so you're giving me the proportion. So our actual similarity ratio would be 4 to 10. Okay, and then from there, if I reduce that, that is a to B ratio. If I reduce that, that becomes 2 to 5. And so Jordan, you gave me A cubed over B cubed, which is 8 over 125. Very true. And then from there, Jordan, you said that's equal to 134 over x. Okay, so the volume of cone A divided by the volume of cone B. So there's our proportion that we can solve right there. So we cross multiply, we get 8x is equal to 125 times 134. So that's 16,750. And so that means x would have to be approximately 2093.75. Yeah, that's not an approximation. Thank you. Okay. Good job, Jordan. Cool. Jeremiah, you get it now?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, Carly, you get it. Oh, you did? No.
I get you.
Number 8. Hey, Danica. Sure. What did you do?
Well, whenever I wrote the new one, so you need to find the right source over the old one, and then you use that, and then multiply the smaller one by that.
Okay. So you're doing the same thing. You're just not doing it in this format. Okay. All right. Hey, number 8. Last one. Find the volume of the composite solid. Remember, that's when you put two solids together. Two pieces. Got number 8 there. That is the work I have. 76.9, or 79.6, excuse me. cubic inches. Let me know if you have questions.
This is my question.